Hi, I am Professor Ashok Vishandas, Professor of Applied Economics in Indian Institute of Public Administration, New Delhi. Today we are going to discuss about the CSET questions which are actually asked by UPSC in its civil service preliminary examination. Let us look at some of the questions. Here, the important point is how many zeros are there at the end of following product. So we don't have to actually multiply this question. The trick lies in 0 at the end means multiple of 10. That means 2 into 5. So we have to see how many minimum of 2 or 5. That will determine how many 0 will be there. Look at this. 5 can be written as is equal to 5 into 1. 10 will be 5 into 2, 15 will be 5 into 3. Likewise, if you do this, and 20 will be 5 into 2 into 2, then 25 will be 5 into 5. Now, if you so on so forth, and if we keep on doing this, and we have to count how many 5s are there and how many 2s are there. So, if we count and give the product of each of these numbers, like 60, for instance, in the last, let me do this. 60 will be, how it will be broken? 5 into 2 into 2 into 3. We can do the intermediate step, and if we count, the total number of 2s will be 10 and total number of 5s will be 14. Now the minimum of these two, that means 10 will be the right answer. So option A is the right answer. Next question. Here we have to work out from 12th January to July. To find out which option is the right answer, we have to see how many days are between 12th January and these days. Now, say start with 15th July, and we have to make an assumption it is not a leap year. Now, we start 12, so in January, how many days are left? These many days, and keep on adding February, because we are assuming this is not a leap year, so 28, then in March 31, April 30, May 31, June 30, and in the July, because we have to work out what will be the day on 15th July. So that means before 15th July, how many days? 14. And if we add these number, this will be 184. How many weeks will be in between 184 days? That if we divide this by 7, that means the number of days in a week, we will find the remainder. So we have to see the remainder of this, and remainder will be 2. That means on 15th July, the day will be this Sunday. This is Sunday, so this will be Sunday, and 2 days more, because this is remainder. 15th July will be 2 days if we add in Sunday, then it means Wednesday. So 15th July will be Wednesday if it is not a leap year. That also means 12th July will be Sunday, because we have to work 3 days before this, and if it is not a leap year, so this statement is correct. Now we have to see this is a 3-digit number. Obviously there are 3 symbols, so x, y, z. We don't know its value, doesn't matter. Now when we write x, y, z, this is at unit place, this is at 10th place, this is at 100 place. So this number can be written as 100x plus 10y plus z, because z is a unit place, so we have to multiply it by 1. It doesn't matter whether we write 1z or z. We have to see the total of these numbers. Now in the next, this one, this can be written as 100y plus z is at 10th place, so we have to write 10z, and x is at unit place, so simply x. Likewise, in the third number, z is at 100 place, so we have to multiply by z by 100. Then x is at 10th place, so 10x, and plus y, so it's a unit place. Now we have to add all these three numbers. Now what will be there total? It will be 111 x plus y plus z. Straightway the summation of xyz, yzx and zxy is divisible by xyz, because this is a product of some number multiplied by xyz. We have to find out by which number it is not divisible. This expression is divisible by xyz, so we have to eliminate this. Now 111 can be written as 3 into 37. That means it is divisible by 37, so we have to eliminate this C, and likewise this is divisible by 3 also, so we have to eliminate A as well. So we are remained with B, therefore the right answer is option B. In such type of question, we don't have to find out the actual value of this. Remember, what is the demand of the question? Demand of question is to find which is the largest number. So we have to see the relationship, not necessarily exact value. We can do that also, but that will be wasting our time, and therefore let us proceed as per the demand of the question. Now demand of the question is which is the largest natural number in these. Now when we see p minus 2, we can write separately p minus 2016 is equal to q plus 2017. Now if we see p is equal to q plus 2017 plus 2016. Now when p is equal to q plus something, that means p is greater than q. That is fairly clear. So we have seen p is greater than q. Now let us look at this expression. R minus 2018 is equal to q plus 2017. That also means R is equal to q plus 2017 plus 2018. That means R is greater than q. That we have seen, because R is equal to q plus something, which positive quantity, therefore R has to be greater than q. So let us write R is greater than q. So we have obtained like this. Now let us look at R minus 210, this portion. That means R is equal to S plus 2019 plus 2018. R is greater than S. We have already seen that R is greater than P, R is greater than Q, and R is also greater than S. So the R is the largest number, and therefore option C is the correct answer. Next question. In such type of question, we have to find the largest natural number. That does not mean we have to find out the actual value. So better way is to find the relationship between these numbers. Now look at this. Minus 2016 is equal to q plus 2017. That means p is q plus 2017 plus 2016. So p is equal to q plus some positive number. Therefore p is greater than q. Likewise, if we look at this number, q plus 2017 is equal to r minus 2018. That means r is equal to q plus 2017 plus 2018. That means r is greater than q. So r is greater than q. We have obtained this. Now look at this. R is equal to r minus 2018 is equal to s plus 2019. That also means r is equal to s plus 2019 plus 2018. That means R is equal to S plus some positive quantity. So that means R is greater than S also. Now look at this. P and this relationship, P minus 2018 is equal to R minus 2018. So R is equal to P plus 2018 minus 2016. That means P plus 2. R is equal to P plus 2 and 2 is a positive quantity. Therefore, R is greater than P as well. R is greatest of all because R is greater than S and R is greater than P. P is greater than Q. So, therefore, R is the largest number. Option C is the right answer. Next question. Here the key point is 5-digit prime number. Prime number is a number which can only be completely divided by 1 and itself. Given that there are 5-digit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and we are supposed to make a 5-digit prime number. We know if the sum of the digit of a number is divisible by 3, then the number is also divisible by 3. Here the sum of the given digits are 15. Now this is divisible by 3. So any number formed using these 5 digits will always be divisible by 3. Hence no 5-digit prime number can be made by using these 5 digits without repetition. Therefore option A is the right answer. Next question. This is a straightforward question. Series is given. We have to find out odd numbers followed by another odd number. That means 2 consecutive odd numbers are to be found out. But if there are 3 odd numbers, so they will make pair of 2. So let us look at this. Now the point to be noted in this is after this, in this part of the series, there is no pair of consecutive numbers which are odd. So this is to be eliminated from our consideration. That will save our time. Now look at this. Now this is one pair which is odd followed by odd. This is another number. Now here are 3 numbers. So 7, 3 will be counted 1 and then 3 is also followed by odd number 9. So it will be 2. This is 1. Now look at this 5, 7. This is another one. Now here are 3 numbers consecutive which are odd. So 3 and 1 is 1 counted 1, then 1 to 5, then again 2. So 2. So we have 1, 3, 4 and 6. So how many odd number followed by odd? 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2. So that makes 6. Therefore, right answer is option B. Next question. There are 3 students and a teacher. Let us assume age of each student is X and that of a teacher is Y. Now their average is 20. That means 3X plus teacher's age is 5 because that is the average age. So we have to divide by 4 because 4 people are there. This is 20. That means what we get from here, 3x plus y is equal to 80. And it is also given the difference between the age of teacher and student is 20 years. So that means y minus x is equal to 20. And if we solve these two equations, we get 4x is equal to 60. When we subtract equation 1, suppose this is equation 1 and this is equation 2, and we subtract equation 1 from equation 2, we get 4x is equal to 60. That means x is equal to 15. 60 divided by 4. That means each student's age is 15 years. And if we substitute value of x here, that means teacher's age will be 20 plus 15. That means 35. So teacher is 35 years old. Therefore option C is the right answer. Next question. This is the arrangement of some missing letter. Total there have to be 20 letters in this arrangement. The point to be noted, we have to break this arrangement into letters in a group of 5, and in a group of 5, if we divide this, we have to notice first, third and fifth is same in each of the subgroup, and then second and fourth is same. So what we get in the ABA, so first, third and fifth, this fifth has to be like third, so it is A, And then the next will be, because B second and fourth has to be same, so we have to write C, then again B, C, D, so this again will come C, and in the last likewise it has to come D, E before D, therefore option C is the right answer. Here the key point is prime number. Let us recall what are prime number. Prime number are the numbers which are divisible only by 1 and itself. So what kind of mathematical operation we can apply on each number to get prime number? Now if we reduce each of these number by 1, we will get the prime number. Now for instance, if we reduce this 14, so 14 minus 1 is equal to 13, and likewise if we reduce 1 from each of this number, we will get the series of prime number. So if we reduce 1 from 18, we get 17, likewise 19, then 23, then 29, 31. So we have to find out which will be the next number, and next number will be 38, because next prime number is 37. We are subtracting 1 from each of these numbers. So here in the prime number, we have to add 1 to get the next number in the series. So correct answer is C. Next question is, 5-letter word with or without meaning can be constructed using these letters in Delhi. Now here point to be noted, the D and I, the first and last, are fixed. So we are left with 3 letters, E, L, H. And mathematically, 3 letters can be arranged in how many ways? That is called 3 factorial. 3 factorial means 3 into 2 into 1. So this will be equal to 6. So this is a straightforward option. D is the right answer.